Hi everyone, we're just looking at our sparkle tree today. We want to just have a little look at the wiring, okay? Some people are finding it quite confusing to learn how to wire it up, and we don't want to get a situation where our batteries overheat. So we're going to do a quick little video to just make sure that your batteries are wired correctly with your sparkle tree. So let's go. Here's our battery box. We've got our positive to negative, then it goes to positive to negative, and now positive to negative. Let's have a look at that on our paper. So here are how your batteries are sitting inside the battery box. We've got positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, like this, okay? And this is what's happening with your wires. We have our long red wire coming into our positive here, and we have our long black wire exiting out over here on our last battery. This central one, which would normally be touching here, there's nothing linking the positive end of this battery to here. So we need to supply a wire to link these two. So this is what our short black wire is doing. It's linking these two together. And over here, we've got the same thing. We actually need to have a short wire linking these two batteries together. And we can actually see from this that the batteries are wired in series. So if I open this out now, if I have a go at opening it out, if we open this one out to here, normally what would be happening is this battery would have to touch, this positive end of the battery would have to touch this negative end like that. But it's not able to, so we have a wire instead doing it for us, okay? That's what's going on there. And ditto, this positive end of the battery would normally touch this if we had them in a row, but we're having to have this wire to link the two together, and then we've got our black wire coming out the end. So this is actually what is happening inside your battery box. We've got a row of batteries, and they're all linked together with these wires. So if we come back to here, we've got our positive wire coming in, it's going around and around and around and out. That's our current moving around. And inside our battery box, we can see that it's been wired up correctly, because you can just see here, you've got your long red wire, it's connected here to our screw, and that's going to allow us to put in our first battery, okay? And then of course we've got our current coming background through here with our little wire to here and coming into here, which allows us to put this battery in, and then we've got this wire coming around here, and it's allowing us to do this. And you can't see now because I've put it in, but our long black wire is actually coming out, going up into here, okay? So now we've actually got, we can test to see and nothing's going warm, and we know that this is working. Let's just check that we've got our tiles all wired up correctly as well. So our long black wire has come up through this hole, here it is here, and our long red wire has come up through the same hole, and here it is here. Okay, now we've actually got our long black wire here wired in to this side of our LED, and we've got our long red wire wired into this side of our switch. Now you might actually find your tiles look a bit different, and that's because we updated our tiles. So you may have our original tiles that look like this. We may have our updated ones. Now our updated ones actually have a bit more information on them, so we've got a plus and a minus on our LED. We've got a slightly different looking resistor and switch, mostly the same. The big difference is, of course, with these ones you wire your wires around the middle part, and here you wire them around the corners. So lastly, we want to make sure we've wired up this part of our circuit correctly as well. So we're going to follow from positive to negative. So we've got our positive long red wire and we've come into this side of the switch. It doesn't matter which way around you put your switch, whether it goes that way or this way, but you'll find the holes just work one way, and you'll find because we're putting our switch in upside down, it's probably going to go in that way. But you can just wire in from this side, then you've got your another short piece of red wire, and we're going to wire in to the resistor with that. Then we've got another piece of red wire, so we're following our current round to this side. Now this bit is the important bit. So on this particular tile here, you can see it a bit clearer. We want to have our positive wire coming into the positive side of our LED. So we've got a plus sign and a minus sign on this one. And on this one, you can see a symbol. You've got a kind of little triangle here, and you've got the fat side of the triangle, if you like, and that's the positive side, okay? So this one too. So you must get your LED around the correct way. So this one's probably going to go, yeah, we're probably going to screw it in. Oh, let's screw it in this way around. That makes sense, doesn't it? So the wire on this one would actually come up and be around this side, okay, the plus side. And then you would wire up your black wire. You've got your little black wire, your long black wire, and that would be the last little bit you wire. So the long black wire is coming up through here, and that just finishes off your circuit. Great, so we're done. If we put our switch on, we can see it's shining away. Now, a really key thing that will happen if you have wired it incorrectly is it will start to get warm, and then one of your springs will overheat probably, and you'll get a black smoking bit of wood. So that's a bad sign, and you need to turn it off and check your wiring. That's how you know that you need to have a really good check of all your wiring. But we just pop on this little piece at the bottom. Just pop that on there so I can pull it off when I need. Put it up, and hopefully you've got a lovely Christmas tree to enjoy for years to come.